As a gamer, I take care of my mental health by living a balanced life. I think if you kind of go over in any area, you're going to be out of balance. And so I make sure to get a lot of time, exercising physically and then also exercising mentally by playing video games and stuff, which is really stimulating and fun for me.
How I take care of my mental health as a gamer is making sure that I plan out, honestly, my year in advance. I plan out tournaments, I plan out events, I plan out days off, because if you don't and you love what you do, you tend to just want to do it 24/7, and then you tend to get burnt out.
Really, I think for me, it's a process thing in terms of just trying to find a way to exclude myself maybe from situations that are putting pressure on me, maybe causing me to overthink some things, and just finding a friend to maybe get in that isolation situation. And it's just me and them, and I can come with them with my problems or with anything that's going on, and really check myself to say, hey, like my friend can be like, yo, bro, you're not alone on this. Or, hey, man, I don't really know how to answer that, but let's go find you some help. As long as somebody else is hearing what you're going through, I think that's the main thing for me, how I check in my mental health and keep me going.
How I take care of myself mentally within the gaming community and stuff like that is I rely on my friends that I've made through gaming. I've met some of the most incredible people in my life, the most impactful people in my life. I've met all my best friends, met my girlfriend, my roommates and stuff like that. Being able to lean on somebody like that just gets it, and being able to connect with something that you enjoy is super important. And you got mental problems, you got some problems going on, talk about it. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to talk about it, and you shouldn't be afraid to do that.
I definitely have experienced bullying in my time of gaming. I've been playing PC games ever since grade 4, so probably when I was around 8 to 9, I want to say, somewhere around there. And for me, I never took it to heart because it's just random people online, talking whatever smack they want to talk. And for me, I kind of just use that as a way to get more content. I kind of farm them, all their attitude and stuff, and just turn it around on them. And I don't know, I have fun with it. I don't let it get to me.
As someone who's played Counter-Strike since 2015, I've experienced a ton of bullying. The biggest thing is to realize that it's at the end of the day, you can turn the game off and separate it from you. So if you are having a hard time being bullied online, the biggest thing that you should do is not put yourself in that position. It doesn't sound fair because you're doing nothing wrong and you're just enjoying your time, but play with friends who are only going to be positive impacts on your life. Try to set up your own community and network of friends where you guys can all bring positivity into it, and try not to put yourself into a position where it's like that. It's not fair, and it really is awful that there's people online who spend their free time putting out that negativity. But I feel like if you can foster that network of friends, your mental health in the long run is going to be significantly better.
I think it's really important to keep your mental focus on things that are positive, to make sure that you're giving yourself a good amount of time to refresh, to be able to do things that you love. Build yourself up, whatever you enjoy, whether could be simple things like gardening, it could be gaming, it could be whatever it is, but give yourself a personal moment in your day.
For the teen out there going through a tough time and really having that bad experience, communication, holding it inside is not the way to go. Even if journaling, speaking with a friend, there's hotlines. I don't know any of them offhand, but they are out there, but getting your thoughts out of your head is always the best way, because letting it sit and fester is just no good for you.
My advice for a teen who's going through a really hard time was to don't be afraid to ask for help. For the longest time, it's not that I was afraid to ask for help. I just didn't want to burden anybody, or I never felt the need to. But after asking for help and reaching out to family, friends, I realized it's what I needed, and I never knew I needed that.
Some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life is don't take criticism from somebody you wouldn't take advice from.
I think that as a teenager, you can kind of get ahead of yourself, and really start thinking to yourself, like, I'm not here at this point, I'm not doing this at this point, and these other people are doing it. But everybody's got their own timeline, man. There's people who make it big in the film industry in their 50s. There's people who make it big in politicians in their 60s and 70s, which probably shouldn't happen, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's people who make it off rip at 14 on Disney Channel. Everybody's thing and timeline is different. And so I would just say to that teenager that's struggling, man, like, bro, we can't call it, man. You got plenty of things to go. You got plenty of life to live. You got plenty of experiences to go out. And I bet you that next experience that's random, that you ain't even planning for, is going to open up a door and an opportunity that you weren't even thinking about, and now all of a sudden life is completely different.
So video games is a great outlet to meet friends, but if you are a teen going through a tough time, know that there are millions of other people that have been in your shoes and would love to help. We have tons of resources. Worktobewell.org is going to be one of them we're supporting. So if you are struggling, please talk to your family, your mother, your dad, your cousins, anybody around you, because we're willing to help you and we've been there before. So if you are struggling, we're here to help and we're here for you.